Hi ho and welcome to One Man Stream, and this is Curtain Call, where I'll be talking about all things theatre, and today is my review of Mary Poppins at the Prince Edward's Theatre. So you might be already aware I've seen this show twice now, once on the tour and then once just before COVID in December 2019. Now, with this time I'm saying it, it's because I just love this show so much. It's the same cast, well, the same main cast with Charlie Stemp as Bert and ZZ Strellan as Mary Poppins. Now, I don't know who's performing tonight, but if I'm being totally honest, I'm not really. I won't be disappointed if I don't get them, because I think it'd be cool to see how other performers perform them classic Disney characters. Some songs I'm really looking forward to are Jolly Holiday, Feed the Birds, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, of course. Step in Time is another great number. I don't think this review will be too long, because I have done reviews of Mary Poppins on other vlogs. I'll put a link in one of the corners to that one. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. This was actually my first show I've booked since COVID, because the theatres got shut down. That stopped running, and this was the very first show I actually booked. It's not the first show I've seen since COVID, as you probably can tell with my previous videos. But yeah, this was definitely on the list that I really wanted to see when everything came back to normal. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I cannot wait, and I will see you at the interval. So I've just found a little corner here, so sorry if you can't hear me, but oh my word, that's fantastic. Jolly Holiday was as great as I can remember. Also, Feed the Birds, it made me cry. Like, it's always a song that I really get emotional with. And yeah, it's just absolutely fantastic. I love this show so much. Bring on the second act. I cannot wait for Step in Time. Hey up and back from the theatre, and it's the morning after. Now, the reason why I'm filming this morning is because last night it was really dark and I forgot my light, which is annoying, but yeah, I wanted to make sure you could see me, and to be honest, I'll look more alive now. Now, I'm going to just keep this short and sweet, because I like I said, I've done a review on this before, but oh my word, this was incredible. It was better than I remember, and I loved the show before. The numbers are just fantastic. They Step in Time, the dancing in that, the tap dance. I love a good tap dance, and it was just, I was just in awe. Jolly Holiday is one of the best scenes in theatre out of all musicals. I will stand by that. How the lighting team managed to make it so dull and rainy and cloudy, and then Mary and Bert come on, and they're in the nice colourful outfits, and then there's just a click, and then the whole stage just like whoosh, it goes colour, and it's just one of those moments where you're just like this, like, wow, this is cool, and you're just in the moment. Feed the Birds is one of my favourite Disney songs overall. It really gets to me, and it made me cry. Like, it always makes me cry when watching it on Saving Mr. Banks, when the Sherman Brothers are playing it, in film, of course, and on stage. It's just such an emotional, and like, it gets you in the heart. It gets you, and it's just, yeah, it's such a sweet song. What other song I'm about to mention? Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Oh, it's brilliant. It's just the dance in this whole show is just incredible. When this song going about, Mary's like this, like supercalifragilistic, and then she looked up, and I swear she looked directly into my eyes while saying that long phrase, and I was like, Yes, I love sitting in the front. So I was right in the middle, row E, so 5 rows from the front. And I think it's the perfect, those kind of seats. I think in the first like 6, 7 rows, you've got a good chance of the actors staring you down, which I love. I think you can really connect with characters more. And oh yeah, it happened a few times, even with Bert, and like in some scenes, he directs he breaks the fourth wall and he winks at the audience. He didn't wink at me, but I love how they get the audience involved. On to the performers now, and ZZ Strelin and Charlie Stemp did perform tonight, which I'm really glad. When watching them again, I'm like, yeah, they are good. They are brilliant in their roles. Charlie Anson, who played George Banks, Mr. Banks, oh, he was really good. He looks a bit young to play Mr. Banks for me, but he still did a cracking job. He had that very, father figure, straight to the point. Yeah, great characteristics in that. Amy Griffiths, who played Winifred Banks, who has a song called Being Mrs. Banks. She has got a stunning voice, and actually that did make me cry. It's a song that I didn't expect to cry at, but you really connect it with character when she sung that. Now, the legend Petula Clark, who played the bird woman for Feed the Birds, oh my word, that was special because she's a legend. She's not just a West End legend, she's a singer, she does everything, and wow. 2 more performers I really want to mention, and that's Claire Matchin, who played Mrs. Brill, who's like the cook of Cherry Tree Lane, and yeah, she was so funny. Her timing was brilliant. And also Jack North, who plays Robertson, who's the butler of the Banks household. And that character's like a very nervy, he goes like this all the time, he's just all over the place, and he was brilliant. Them two together were just brilliant. On to the best scene of the show. Now, for me, it's either Stepping Time or Jolly Holiday, and I even right now, live, I cannot pick between the two. Stepping Time is a great number, but I think it's got to be Jolly Holiday. That's my decision. Jolly Holiday. I think just because the lighting in it is just superb. The dance, the orchestra just gets into it. It's like da, da, da. And oh yeah, it just makes me happy. Onto the star performer. It's got to be ZZ Strelin as Mary Poppins. She is practically perfect. She really is. I was just thinking throughout, like Julie Andrews is of course Mary Poppins, and Emily Blunt followed on in the sequel film. But I feel like if they ever did it again, I just think she's brilliant. The way that she performs Mary Poppins, she's sarcastic, she's funny, she's caring. When she has to be angry, she has it on point. Her singing is superb. She's got a cracking voice, and also she's just perfect. Now on to the rating. Now, as you can probably tell, I'm going to give it 5 stars, of course. I honestly believe that this is one of the greatest shows ever. I really mean it as well. I think just from the dancing, the sets, the lighting, the characters, the story, I think it's just an overall well-rounded show. If you have not seen it, please go see it, because I can guarantee this will not be at the West End for too long. It's only a temporary spot to the West End, for now anyway. I think it's one of those shows that will keep on coming back whenever they need to put a slot on, because it'll sell. It wouldn't surprise me if this goes back on tour again in the next few years. I don't know if it is in the works, but wherever you see it, on the West End or on the tour in a few years' time, please go see it. It's a cracking show. It's for families. I went by myself. I'm an adult, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. In front of me, there were 2 Irish women who actually turned around and said at the end, "Do you do theatre?" And I went, "Yes." It was a bit random, but yes, I do theatre. I perform and I come see many shows. And she said, "I can tell." And I went, "Oh right, okay." She said, "It's just how you reacted to like certain scenes and certain points." And she said, "It was really nice and really heartwarming to see and hear that." and I'm like, oh, thank you so much. I'm like, and did you enjoy the show? And they thought it was absolutely incredible as well. So yeah, it's just one of those shows that you've got to see. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. If you've seen Mary Poppins, just give me a DM on Instagram or Twitter, because I really want to know what other people think to it. So yeah, that's it. I'm James, and that's your curtain call.